Hello students, I'm Mrs. Babita Bhalerao and I'm going to teach you the first lesson of geography, that is resources. Children, you are sitting in a class to learn, to gain knowledge. Now, just have a look around you. What can you see around you? You can see a book, a table, chair, fan, etc. So all these things are being used by you to satisfy your need, that is, to learn or gain knowledge. So, anything that can be used to satisfy a need is a resource. Your teacher is teaching you. She is imparting knowledge to you. So, she is also a resource. Utility or usability is what makes an object or substance a resource. Remember children, some resources have value, some do not. So, what is value? Value means worth. Metals have economic value, while a beautiful landscape may not. Some resources become economically valuable with time. Let me give you an example. If you have a stomachache, your grandmother gives you a glass of juice and that gives you relief. Your grandmother's remedies may not have commercial value now, but if the same thing is patented and sold in a medical shop, it will become economically valuable tomorrow. So, time and technology are two important factors that change substances into resource. Now we will learn about the different types of resources. Resources are classified into natural, human, and human-made. First, we will see about natural resources. What are natural resources? Those resources that are drawn from nature and used without much modification are called natural resources. Example, air, water, soil, minerals. Remember, they are free gifts of nature and are used directly. Natural resources are classified into different groups depending upon their level of development and use, their origin, stock, and distribution. We'll study about them in detail. Now, first we will see the classification based on the level of development and use. Resources can be classified into two groups, that is, actual resources and potential resources. Those resources whose quantity is known and they are used in the present are called actual resources, and those resources whose entire quantity is not known and they are not used in the present are called potential resources. Now, we will see the classification of resources based on their origin. Based on the origin, resources are biotic and abiotic. Plants and animals are living, so they are called biotic resources. And soil, rocks, and minerals, they are non-living. Hence, they are called abiotic resources. Now let's see about renewable and non-renewable resources. Renewable resources get renewed or replenished quickly. Example, solar and wind energy. They are not affected by human activities. But certain renewable resources like soil, water, and forest, if used recklessly, would have a bad effect on nature. Non-renewable resources have a limited stock. Once the stock is exhausted, it takes hundreds of years to renew or replenish. Some examples are coal, petroleum. Next, we will see the classification on the basis of their distribution. Resources can be ubiquitous or localized. What are ubiquitous resources? Those resources that are found everywhere are called ubiquitous resources. Example, air. Wherever you go, you can find air. So, it is a ubiquitous resource. What are local resources? Localized resources are those which are found only in a certain place, a particular place, or a local place. So, they are called localized resources. You can't find copper or iron ore everywhere. So, they are localized resources. Remember, there are a number of physical factors on which the distribution of natural resources depend. Do you want to know what they are? Yes, they are terrain, climate, and altitude. Terrain means type of land. Altitude means height. And climate, you know. This distribution of resources is unequal or they are unevenly distributed. Now, we come to the second type of resource, that is human resources. People or humans, they are the human resource. People have knowledge, skill, and education, and they can make the best use of nature to create more resources. So, people or humans, they are the best resource. Teachers, engineers, doctors, architects, they are good examples of human resource. Now, we come to the third and the last type of resources, that is human made resources. We have seen that people or humans make so many things. They make buildings, bridges, roads, dams, machinery, etc. So, these resources or these things that are made by human beings are called human made resources. Finally, let's come to the most important part, the conservation of resources. We have seen that resources are very precious, so we must use them carefully. Using resources carefully and giving them time to get renewed is called resource conservation. Always remember the 3 R's: reducing, recycling, and reusing. If you keep these 3 R's in mind, you can make a difference. Always remember, the future of our planet and its people is linked with our ability to maintain and preserve the life support system. So, balance the need and conserve the resources for the future. Bye.